Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Excel. In this module, I want to have a look at the sequence function. So on the screen, what I've got is a few different examples of how you can use the sequence function. Starting off in the top left-hand corner, if I click into this cell, you can see on the formula bar there, sequence is basically creating a sequence of 4 rows and 6 columns, because that's what that means. If I click into the formula, rows, columns, and then you can have a start point and a step value. I've just got this simple, these are optional, so a sequence of 4 rows and 6 columns, and also columns is optional, so I could just have rows if I wanted. So that's that one, and I'll do each of these in a second. There's the actual formula. Then it progresses to this one, where I want it to show from today's date, which is the 11th of January, and the sequence is still 4 rows by 6, and this time I've got a step there. Click into the formula up there, there's a start, and then there's the step of 3. So I'll just tick that for a second. These are stepping by 3 days. And then this one, click into this one, this is actually using the text function with the date and year function and today to display these months. So the sequence is 1 row, 6 columns, and then that is part of the date function, and there's the format for the text function. So I'll do each one of these in a second. And then over this side we've got just a normal sequence. So I'm using a count A function to look down column A, and then taking 1 off it, and I want this to step by 10. So every time I add a course, this should add 1 on. So just put something in there, teams, it adds 1 on. So it's going down too far, so there's something wrong with this formula at the minute. I'll have a quick look at that in a second. It's probably that -1, but I'll leave that, come back to that one. And then on this side I've got a unique function that's looking down for unique cities in this list, and then the sequence. So every time I have a new city in this list, I want the sequence to pick it up. So if I click into sequence, there's the formula there. It's got this little hash. It's using the count A function again. It's got this little hash, which means spill it down, so it will always go down the same line, same level as this. If I change one of these to a different city, like can ever think of a city, Sunderland. There's another city coming in there, and then the list is expanded because that's what that little hash symbol means. So let's have a look at doing these. So the first one is a straightforward sequence, this one. So this one is sequence. So just click equals sequence, comes up, double click. So I want 4 rows, comma, and 6 columns. That's it. I don't need the other 2 just yet. Tick, and it gives me that information. And that's just dragged it down because it can see this information here. Now let's undo that. That's that one. And let's come a bit further down. This one, so this is using the today function, which is a computer clock. So I'll type that one out. So equals sequence, open the bracket. So it's still going to be 4 by 6, 4 rows by 6 columns, but now I want the start to be today, which is open close bracket, and then I want it to step by 5 days. So 5, close the bracket, click the tick. Now these are not formatted to dates, but that's just an easy process to just change that to short dates. And then 11th, 16th, so it's done it. That's worked. I'll close that one, get rid of that one, undo. So this one, next one is the text, the date, the year, today, and sequence functions. So quite a lot, but let's type this one out. So it's equals text first off, open the bracket on the text, date, open the bracket on the date, year, open the bracket on the year, today, open and close bracket for the today function, and then close the bracket for the date function, comma, sequence, open. So we want a sequence of 1 row, comma, 6 columns, and then that's it. Close that bracket. Now we're back to the month, so comma, 1 month, close the bracket, the first of the month should I say, comma, now we want the format for the text, which is 3 M's for month, close quotes, close bracket, click the tick, and then it drops it in there for you, like so. So there's the layout that you should be doing if you're copying me. That's it. So the next one, let's get rid of that one. It's just a straightforward, if I just capture this for a second. So you want a sequence. I need to put this in a different column actually because it's going to count other things if I put it there. So you want this sequence to increment by 10. So it's going to be, I won't need that -1, and it's counting this before, that's why it's dropping down 1 extra. So it's going to be equal sequence, open bracket. So the rows are going to be count A, open the bracket, and this time it's going to be column H, so I'll just click on the H, and then I'm going to close the bracket and comma 1, and then I want a step of start at 10, comma, and a step of 10, comma, and then close the bracket. Now I've missed off that -1 because there's no word there, so that's why there's a slight difference, because this has got a title, and also because I put that up there, that's why it knocked it out of sequence. So you can see there it's just done the step of started at 10 and then incremented by 10. So the last one is this one over on the right, where you've got the sequence and the unique function. So there's the unique function, looking for a unique city, and there's the sequence. So if I put that to Leeds, that reduces it to 6 because there's now only 6 unique entries. So let's try and recreate this one. So if I copy the cities and just push it over out of the way here, and then I want the unique function there to look down that list, equals unique, double click, select the list, click the tick, gives me the unique list, and I'll just change a couple of these to see if that's working, and it is working. So we've got 4. So the sequence that I want to use just wants to look at this list and count how many items there are. So equals sequence, and the sequence function is going to be using the count A function. So because this list can grow, so count A, and we're going to count this first cell. So my formula is sitting on top of it at the minute, so I want, what is it, U14, and then a little hash will make that down, and then all I need to do is close the count A bracket and then close the sequence bracket and tick, and it drops the numbers in. Now if I change some of these back to a different city, you can see that that starts to grow and the sequence list grows with it, like so. So that's an example of the sequence function and a little look at the unique function as well. And that's the end of this little video, so hopefully you enjoyed that, and thank you for your time.